They know you get money, well, how are you spending it? Is this your passion or is it about Benjamins? Is it about cash or the fact that you didn't quit? Talk to me, let's sip on some wine. Discussion about future, the past and the grind. What's an excuse when it's last on your mind? I love what you do, may I ask for your time? Talk to me.
Welcome to the Talk to Me podcast. I'm your host, Don Worm, sitting here with my two co-hosts. We got Medi in the house and Mersina in the house. What's really good?
Hey, I'll get that intro down next time. A little offbeat, but we'll get it done.
We're gonna get it. How you living, Mersina?
Good, living great. I just came back from a New York trip over the weekend, which was nice. It was my first time in New York as an adult.
Okay.
I think the last time I was back, it was like I was like 16 or 17, for the day. Took the Greyhound bus there with my cousin and my mom and just did like Times Square stuff. So nothing too crazy, but this was an actual New York trip, shopping, rooftop bars, all of that. So it was pretty cool. I like it a lot.
All right.
And that's the thing, us living outside of DC or around DC, we don't go to New York often. And for you not to go to New York since you were 16, that's a mistake because New York is amazing.
You know what's crazy? I went with my friends from Florida that I met, and they were like, "But you live in DC, isn't it like a 4-hour like?"
It's less. It's like 3 hours, 3 hours and 15.
I don't know why. Even like I kind of want to go home and even be like a little tourist in DC. I feel like I haven't done enough in like the Northeast. Which I'm now regretting living in Florida. Like, damn, when I go back home, I want to like act like a tourist. It's so weird.
That's what happens. I mean, New York got good food. They got the rooftop bars. It's good vibes. I mean, I don't know if it was busy with tourists, but when I went back in April, I mean, there was nobody there. Like, it was perfect. There was nobody from outside the country. I mean, it's pretty much just locals. And, you'd go around Times Square. You have breathing space to walk. Like, it's not jam-packed. I mean, no restaurants were full. So you can make reservations anywhere. I mean, the food there is amazing. But I mean, we had a lot of pizza. Like, going with Amir, he's gonna always want to go to pizza spots, but which is totally cool. I love pizza. But yeah, gotta go to New York more often because it's not just Times Square. There's Brooklyn, Queens. I don't even think I went to Queens, but Brooklyn. If I were to move to New York, I'd move to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Not Manhattan, not like Soho. I mean, it's super expensive.
Well, Soho, if I'm making, the money to be living in Soho, yeah, definitely. I mean, we spent a lot of time in Soho anyways.
Did you guys hear about how starting, I think it was back in September, you would need to show proof of vaccination cards. So I didn't know how much an effect that would be, and it was in full effect when I went. Everywhere you go, whether it's a coffee shop, a bakery, a restaurant, if you're sitting inside, you have to show proof of your vaccine card and your ID. It's like vaccine card and ID, like paper, or I guess if you have a picture of it on your phone. And I was like, damn, they're actually like, that's like New York law.
You thought it was a game.
Oh yeah, I was like, maybe they're just like saying that like to scare people to get vaccinated. No, they ask you, are you sitting inside or outside? You're like, and then you say inside, like, yeah, let me see your ID and your vaccination card. And
I think New York, California, and one more state is strict like that.
Yeah, that shit's sick. Just imagine, because you got to take a taxi or Uber 20 minutes to get to places. Just imagine getting somewhere and somebody forgot the damn vaccine card. But you got your
you should have it on your phone. I mean, have it on your phone.
Oh, so that works too.
Yeah, that works.
I thought it didn't work. I thought it had to be like live proof, like the actual paper. But the friends I was with showed it on their phone. So I guess that works. But it's so funny because the people I went with, they got their so me and my friend got there Thursday night. They got there Saturday morning. They got their first vaccine on Friday. So they literally got their vaccine to go to New York.
Wow.
It still worked?
Yeah.
Even though it was just it was the first dose?
Yeah, you can have the first dose, first or second. So you don't have to be fully vaccinated, just vaccinated in some capacity. So I think that was really interesting. But
you got any funny or crazy stories for us that you've seen?
In New York?
Yeah.
No, nothing too crazy. One of the girls I was with was like sick, so we didn't really go out like crazy like that.
Damn.
With just like a lot of fashion, like when people talk about fashion, even on I think on TikTok I saw Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker Baker Parker.
Oh man, yeah, we gotta talk about that. We gotta talk
They
about
were
that.
there just strolling around in New York City, literally right where we were, and I'm like, what the fuck? We literally in the same weekend we were there.
Wait, so did you see them?
No. I saw a TikTok of them just like casually walking through the streets of New York down in Manhattan, and I was like, damn, I could have spotted them.
So they got engaged. He proposed.
Yeah. Y'all said the comments of like anytime they post a picture, they always talk about Scott. It's like Scott's kicking and screaming. I mean, they were together. Like, imagine I think she's 42. Her and Scott have been together for like 11 years, 3 babies, and he never proposed to her.
Wait, so they were never, he never proposed and they were never like married or something?
No, they were never married. From what I understand.
Oh man, I was not hip to this. I mean, that means maybe he got like a little mental problem when it comes to that. He didn't want a label. He didn't want any of that. I mean, they got 3 kids.
Gotta be something.
11 years. And then you got people now on like Twitter, IG commenting. It's like, Kourtney finally got what she deserved. You know, finally someone proposed to her. Like this, that. And then you got the other side. People like, yo, you didn't even know her. You don't even know her life. You don't know what she's thinking. Like, get off Scott, get off Kourtney. And I mean, they did get 3 kids. So it wasn't all bad, I guess.
It's because the whole, like, we're all invested into that family, the Kardashian Jenner clan. Like, anyone who comes into their life, we judge or we talk about it. We can, from pictures, we're like, oh, she seems so much more happier with him. It's like, from how do you know? From like,
I mean, anybody that comes in their life ends up leaving. So put it that way.
Yeah,
We'll see how long Travis lasts. Let's see if they last the wedding.
You know, I don't be knowing a lot of celebrities. Travis is the dude with all the tats, right?
Yeah, Travis Barker, Blink 182.
Yeah, he's like the drummer.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the body. So them stop. All right. So also, you know, this is around the time we like 2 weeks out of one of my favorite holidays, Halloween. Y'all got any plans on what y'all gonna be?
I mean, I was told to go to a bar crawl. I'll probably end up doing that.
Bro, I'm pissed I can't go. That's the funnest bar crawl. I haven't been to a lot of bar crawls, but I've been to a good amount.
I don't even know. What's the date? It's October. It's October 19th. I have no idea what I'm going to be. 19th? No. Today is October 19th. Like this is next Saturday.
Yeah, it's on the 30th.
Well, John, why can't you go to a bar crawl?
I'm bartending. We gotta get that paper over anything else.
Well, you better make money then.
Yeah, but damn, that shit's so fun because everyone's dressed up. You just see dumbass like costumes. Obviously, you see girls in the skimpy, sexy outfits and all that shit. So it's just dumb. I mean, dumb fun because there's like obviously it's a bar crawl. Everywhere you go is lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I will say I miss the fall festivities. Like I love Halloween is one of my favorite holidays as well, especially what the month comes with. Like I love horror movies. I like, pumpkin carving and all that like gay shit. I love. Like I love a lot. So it's like when I go out here in Florida, it's like, oh, we're going to the pool. We're still going to the beach. Like it's a second summer because the whole summer for us was rain. It rained every single day. Like if it was in the morning, it was the afternoon. If it was in the afternoon, it was night, So it was never consistent sun, but now it is super consistent and super hot, like mid 80s to 90s still. So we're still doing the summer stuff here, pool, beach, wearing shorts and flip-flops. So, but I might be going to like Halloween Horror Nights in Universal this weekend. So that'll be like my first Halloween festivity. As for costumes, I think me and one of my girls, we're gonna be like Daphne and Velma from Scooby-Doo. Something like simple but cool, cute,
We're gonna be Daphne.
Huh?
We're gonna be Daphne.
She is.
Yeah, Mersina and Velma.
I'm gonna be Velma with the glasses. I already got my glasses. My computer
what is it
glasses.
Is it an orange or brown skirt?
It's a red skirt. For Velma, red skirt, orange top, and then like high like orange socks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. The thing is, I'm so into it, but I'm not good at makeup. Like, you know how people go crazy with the makeup and the lashes and just like they're so talented. Like Ria is one of the really good like makeup talented friends that we have. But I'm like, damn, I don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to learn and I don't want to do it and I don't want to take it off. So
Dude,
I'm lazy.
What you about to do, man? Who you about to be?
I have no idea. I mean, like I said, it's October 19th. I have no idea what I'm doing for Halloween.
You can easily do that soccer player that you look like.
Not anymore. I did it one year when my hair was shorter. I mean, I got long hair now, so I got to figure out something with my hair.
You Jesus.
Nah, I can't do that.
That'd be blessing.
I can't do that.
Said, nah, I can't do that.
Nah, I gotta ask some people, see what they.
My fault. You gotta be Allah. My fault.
Allah. That's what it is. Yeah, I have no idea, but we'll see. I mean, I got to figure out something with my hair, whether it's tied up, straightened, get the curls out. So yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like we all do Halloween kind of last minute. You know what's funny? What I told my friends, after Halloween is over, you kind of know what you want to be for the next year. Mm-hmm. But then when the next year comes, you have no idea what you want to be. Does that happen to you guys? It happens to me every fucking year.
Yeah.
I mean, I always think about it late too. It's like, oh man, it's October. Like October 1st comes, like, okay, I got to get a Halloween costume. But then October 15th comes, like, man, I still don't have one. I probably don't decide to the week of.
Yeah.
And then figure it out. I mean, but a lot of people are going to do Squid Game. You're going to see a lot of Squid Game stuff this year. Like that, you're going to see a bunch of red suits and green suits. Like that's what you're going to see all over. And it's going to be, oh my God. So,
you think so? I wonder if they're
yeah.
Have you guys been to a spirit store yet? Or like a Halloween store? Are they selling those like masks and the red suit?
I am sure they are. I am sure they are. But if it's not them, it's Amazon. You think Amazon didn't pick up on it?
Oh yeah. Shit, they probably was selling that shit when it came out.
Yeah.
How do y'all so like when y'all go about picking your costumes, do y'all tend to go for sexy or somewhat appealing when you're going out, or you want to go all out and really like look like the character? You get what I'm saying?
No, I typically try to go, if I'm going to do it, I typically try to go all out, make sure it's like good. I don't.
So you're cool with like painting your face and all that stuff?
Well, I never end up painting my face. It's always something with like, I try to use my own prop.
Okay.
To have a costume. Like I try to not adapt to the way I look, but
yeah, most
of the time it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't ever like plan to be like, oh, I want to be something sexy this year. You know, it's always cold and my mind doesn't go to like a devil or a bunny or, you know, your basic things. I want to go all out. So if I want to be a princess that has blonde hair and I have like brown hair, then I'm gonna find some fake blonde like spray or, you know, something. Like I think I did like Harley Quinn one year in college and I bought like the dye, a red and a black, and I like dyed my hair and stuff. So
the reason I'm sorry.
Huh?
The reason why I asked was because like in my head, I'm like, damn, should I go crazy? But then I'm like, damn, I am 28. Let me look like myself, but just dress like who I'm trying to be. Like last year I was Nelly, which was like perfect fitting. You know what I'm saying? So like this year I'm thinking about might keep it in the same realm. Might be 50.
Yeah, I think those are the best costumes. I think when you try to do something like just using you as a prop, I mean, I think that's the best.
Yeah.
I'm all about the DIYs now, like do it yourself. If you have something in your closet that you can wear, buy some stuff like socks if you need it, or like glasses, or, you know, something small, but not. I'm over the days of going to like Party City or Spirit and buying the whole damn costume itself for like $70. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And another thing with those costumes is like they don't have pockets. So it's like, okay, they don't have pockets. I'm like, how am I supposed to go out with no pockets?
And the size is weird. So it's like, but also Dom, to your comment about being 28, it just has nothing to do with it, because I know have you guys seen videos? They're like pictures of people who have kids, who have babies, and they do like the Addams Family, like the Incredibles, and they go all out.
There's a different
right, and that's fine, but it's different though. That's different.
Yeah, you got your girl. Like, I'm single out here. I can't be looking.
Okay.
That's what I was asking. Like, would you like go across, step that line? Because there's lines to not cross. I think as a single person, unless you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in
say
general or on Halloween?
if shit in general, but I'm talking about in Halloween. I'm saying like if my boy was to propose like, yo, let's be the hot chicks for Halloween. I'm like, no, the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It would geek, but like that's basically canceling yourself for the whole day. You know what I'm saying? Which would I look like talking to a girl looking like her? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Halloween is you canceling yourself for a whole day. You're not supposed to be you, Dom. You're supposed to be someone totally different.
Nah. I ain't getting canceled on Halloween.
Fuck that. I got $100 outfit.
We're getting
for myself.
We're getting promoted on Halloween. Yeah. That's what happens. We're getting promoted.
Yeah.
We're bringing out our character and personality. That's what we do.
Remember, let me stop. So look, I know you guys probably see this fake ass Drake wannabe going around, and I guess getting clout, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably got a lot of followers. It made me and he's getting into sections, he's getting into clubs and all that shit. And I know you guys probably, do y'all have lookalikes?
I mean, I could be Mo Salah.
Yeah, Medi can be that soccer player.
Yeah, put that up right there.
Me, no, I've gotten a few lookalikes that people have told me, but it's nothing like to the extent of people will mistake me for them.
The thing is with Drake, I've seen not just one. Like at the gym I go to here at Export, there's a Drake lookalike. When I tell you Drake lookalike, he could walk around.
That's crazy.
He could put this certified lover boy up on his head and look just like Drake.
I'm not trying to call Drake basic, but a lot of people can look like him, just as a lot of women can look like Kim Kardashian with like dark features. Like I got stopped one year in the grocery store. Someone tapped me on the shoulder and I turned around. I don't know what this guy was on, but he was like, damn, I thought you were Kim K. And I was like, thanks, but no thanks.
Oh, you thought you were Kim K and you just tapped her on the shoulder with no security guards around? Like,
I know. That was like one of the most weirdest like interactions I've had with someone thinking I was like a celebrity. But anyways, like Drake has a very basic look, like short hair, full beard. You know what I'm talking about? Just like a lot of Persian, Middle Eastern girls, even Hispanic girls can pass for looking like Kylie Jenner, like Kim K.
Yeah, same shit. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of dumb shit. I should be halfway racist just because, like, they'll say I look like Michael Ealy just because I got green eyes. He got green eyes. I'm like, bruh.
Okay, I see it. I see that's like your little celeb lookalike.
No. Nah, the only person I'd probably say is Dre off of Power. That's the only person I'd give.
Oh, damn, I don't watch Power. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Okay.
Right,
I can see that.
What's the thing you guys have done or seen someone else do to get in the club?
To get in the club or what you've seen in the club?
It can be either one, then shit. Fuck it.
I know we used to get stamps and then pretty much like put your hot breath on the stamp and then try to put on another person. So you guys both got stamps just to get in the club and don't pay the cover.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure it's like wet or some shit.
Yeah. You start like and then put it in and it worked. It used to work all the time.
That's interesting. I haven't seen anything wild like for people to get in besides like giving money or whatever. But something crazy we've seen in the club is we were at in Miami for a bachelorette party earlier in the summer, and we were sitting at a table at this place called Kiki on the River. Not sure if you guys are familiar with it.
I've seen y'all there. Y'all took pictures.
And we were sitting in a circle, having a good time. And there's a couple right next to us just making out, like she's sitting on top of him, making out. But we're just like we want to stare so bad, but we don't want to stare. But they don't even notice because they're like blacked out drunk. And we're looking and they're literally like kind of against the wall on a chair having sex. Like she's sitting on top of him, but she has a skirt, so you can't see it, but you could see his pants are kind of like low and off. And we were like, wait a minute. And you see like kind of like security walking towards them. And I'm like, why the club? Outdoor? If you want to do that, get out the club.
So they
this is indoor, an indoor club.
Indoor, yeah.
So they fuck.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kicked out.
Are you sure they were fucking? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Did they get kicked out though?
No. They ended up just standing up, making out and right next to our table. We have a picture of them, actually. We took a picture of the bachelorette we were celebrating, and they were right behind her making out. And the bachelorette was like,
what was their age? What was like approximate age?
Probably early 30s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit's on fire. It's like, nah.
No, it's just like weird to see. Like, I get it, we're at a club. It's like everyone's having a good time. But if you want to have that type of a good time, just leave the club and do it, or go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like,
crazy.
Why are you gonna do it, right? Like, and they had people like sit. I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, they don't care
at all.
No, and of course they won't care if they're like stupid lit. I guess
they just living life
like it's golden.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I haven't. I don't think, from what I can remember, I don't think I've ever done anything. I almost got. I had to run away. I had to dodge the feds in the club before. Quick story. So people, I used this fake ID right here. We definitely about to get that. He gonna be sick, but it's all good. My best friend Jesus, I used this shit. We was in at PCB in Florida, and we went to I was about to get in line. Well, I was in line, obviously. So, you know, those that have used the fake know what type of shit you got to be on. Like, you got to be a third person to go. The first two people got to be like 24, 23. So at this time, I'm like 20. No, 20 or 19. So I'm using my boy's ID, and everybody go. The first dude go, and then the second dude, that's like the oldest one, they get his card. When I say they, that's the bouncer, whatever. He gets his card and starts like bending it. And I'm like, yo, he like OD looking. So that shit's sick. So I try to get in the line where the black dude is. I'm thinking the black dude about to look out for me. So it's a black dude, a white dude. So I go to the black guy. So I go to the black guy, stuff, give him the ID, boom. So he look at my shit and he says, this ain't you. I said, yeah, it is. I said 33, yada, 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 the address. So then he white. So I'm like, oh. But I'm still, you know, solid. I told him everything, you know, he needed to know. White dude gets it. And he's like, come here. Actually, I'm about to get the cops. So as he's about to get the cops, I got my real ID. I flipped that joint out real quick. And I said, no, chill. You know what I'm saying? I got to work after I graduate type shit. So then he's like, all right, give me a hand, exit that shit out. So he allowed me to get in. So I get in, I go upstairs, and I do what every degenerate would do. I got my boy that was 21, Omar, to give me a drink. But how we done it, they blocked me off. So I'm like drinking like this. But it's a big ass jug or whatever. So it's, you know, them big buckets. So I'm drinking because we got there early. We got there at like 9 a.m. because the closer it gets to 12, the more expensive it is to get in. It was like 60 at 9 a.m. I mean, at 9 p.m. My fault, at 9 p.m. 60 to get in at 9 p.m. So I'm like, fuck, I get some type of drunk. And all of a sudden, I get a tap on my shoulder, and I look back, and it's one of the people that work there. I juked the fuck out of that motherfucker. Juked him. I went down the spiral stairs. I was fucking running girls over, going crazy. I get outside, and I just fucking haul ass to my hotel. Like, that shit was sick, but that was probably the, I guess, craziest thing I've ever done at the club. But,
are we sharing personal crazy club experiences? Because I'll go next.
Oh, what you
got? Yo, Mersina got a list. You got a list.
I don't have a list.
Got a top five. You got a top five.
I don't know. I got a top one and only one, and it's the craziest experience I've had. You guys might be aware, but in college, I used to date a bartender. And after we broke up, we became like friends, whatever, very, very casual, cordial. And he still worked at the bar that all of us went to as college students. Okay. And he would like give me free drinks, whatever. He gave me a drink, and there was a rumor while we were together going around that he was like cheating on me. He's, you know, slept with multiple girls while he was with me. Turns out it was true. But, you know, I was naive and young. I was like 20, I think, yeah, 20. I wasn't 21 yet. So in this moment, they told me who the girl was. She was in a sorority, and I knew what she looked like, kind of. And so when I saw him he was bartending, I got a drink from him, whatever, and I saw her turn and look at me, and she started talking to me. So she started talking to me. Mind you, I'm drunk. I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what I'm saying. But all of a sudden, I go down. She sucker punches me, and I hit the floor really hard. Like obviously drunk. Like I had no idea what happened. So she hits me, and I'm going down. And then I pull her down, and I hit her, and then I'm on top of her. Now I'm hitting.
Yeah.
And then the security, and this is right by like the entrance. Okay, so everyone's watching. Security grabs her off of me. She's a big girl, so gets her off of me, and all of a sudden I get up and she stole my purse. So I'm sprinting out that bitch real quick, and I'm like I'm yelling at the bouncer like, nah, she got my bag. So I run towards the parking lot, and I take my bag back, and I like push her, and I walk towards the club.
Bully.
And she comes and jumps on me again, and I hit the concrete, and like my knees get scratched up or whatever. And then they put her in handcuffs on the sidewalk. And only thing I'm thinking is, where are my friends? Where are my people at? No one. So the bouncer who I knew, he's like, I'm gonna get you an Uber, you're gonna go home. And I'm like, yeah, take me, like, give me an Uber home. So he goes home, I go in with my roommates, and I'm like, where the hell was everyone at when this happened? They're like, what happened? I'm like, y'all tell me y'all weren't there. So yeah, I got sucker punched by one of the guys I used to date in college. His little, what do you call it? Mistress affair, side pieces, whatever. Sucker punched the shit out of me without seeing. Yeah. Damn. I don't know if she got arrested that night, but she was put on handcuffs while I took an Uber home. So
I never heard that. That's funny.
You did it?
No, I ain't never heard that.
You never heard the story?
Nope, never heard the story. Was it senior year?
Or no, it was I think junior year for me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we was gone by then.
Yeah, we were gone. Right?
Weren't you guys a year older, seniors?
When did you graduate?
2017.
Yeah, we graduated 15.
Some respect on our name.
Oh, but
yeah, we went there.
But I feel like y'all still lived in Richmond, like after, no?
Maybe like 6 months afterwards.
Okay, then yeah, I was like, there's no way y'all were out.
We still wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy experience.
Right. So we're getting out of college, I guess, atmosphere. So what is one thing you guys wish you knew before stepping into adulthood? Let's go with, what is stepping into adulthood? What y'all think? Like after you graduate or once you start working, what do y'all think is define stepping into adulthood?
I mean, I would say stepping into adulthood is as soon as you leave the house and go to college. I mean, that's where it starts. I mean, maybe, okay, let me rewind. Adulthood, let's say after college, you get a real job, you live in on your own, you're not living at your parents' house. Well,
I wouldn't say that necessarily either, but keep going.
Man, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna go to the level of adulthood when you start getting kids and you got like responsibilities and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could have different stages of adulthood. You could have adulthood when you go to college. You could have adulthood leaving college, you start working, and then you could have adulthood when you're married and you're getting kids.
Gotcha. I would definitely say this.
So it's kind of a tough
job and paying some type of bills. Let's go with that. Or like the age somewhat we're in now. So let's go with 23.
I'll say that's like legit bills, adulthood, real job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what y'all think though? What is I guess something you wish you guys knew before stepping in?
That's a hard one. I mean, I wish I knew how to do my laundry properly.
What? Get out of here.
I wish I knew how to fucking cook before I moved out here by myself. I'm like, God damn.
Hey, get that Eat Fresh or whatever.
No. Before adulthood, I just wish, like, obviously I'm not gonna, I love my parents. I'm not gonna blame my parents, but because they worked hard. They came from Palestine to come here. And, they worked hard to get us where we're at now. But I mean, I would say if I could look back and, inshallah for my kids in the future, I mean, I would say I wish I started working when I was 13, 14, 15. And pretty much because I feel like that would have taught me way, way more things than what I know now and probably still catching up and still learning. I think I would be probably more advanced in my adulthood if I had been more independent when I was 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's probably something.
What you mean by that, though? As far as like the work ethic at work or going in, grinding every day to move
it's
up?
It's the mentality of, you know, pretty much working for what you have. You know, grinding every day. Your work ethic. I mean, I feel like it has to do with your work ethic. I mean, it starts from a young age. I mean, it's pretty much. It probably would have taught me more of how to do things and more independently than depending on others. Whether it's in the career space at your job or just outside in your like social world, for, you know, just that kind of stuff. I mean, me living in Jordan helped a lot, kind of sped up a few things. You know, me living in Jordan for a year helped big time.
Yeah.
And obviously going away for college helped a little bit.
And
I feel like I didn't answer Dom's question.
That's your personal answer?
No, you did.
Shit.
With me, it has to do more with like, I think like budgeting and prioritizing things. Because when I live at home, I mean, I moved out of my parents' house at 26, and that's like full blown adult at this point. I got my career, I got my money and all that. But having again grown up with you know, foreign parents, they did a lot for me. And they kind of always pushed me and motivated me to do stuff. So coming out on my own, I'm finding I have so much time on my hands that I'm letting it go to waste. And so instead of like investing in myself or, you know, reading up on stuff, I'm more on social media. I let things like I came back from New York 2 nights ago, still haven't unpacked. You know what I mean? It's just, you just have to find, like, at the end of the day, it's just you. So you have to be like your own motivation.
Yeah.
Because no one else can push you, you know? I mean, you can have friends who pushes you, or like, I'm not in a relationship. I don't have a husband. So, you know, I don't have anyone else. It's just me. So I think just finding that motivation, being by yourself, is kind of the hardest part. And you have to find out how to manage your time and set your priorities and, you know, get things done in that way.
And I mean, and I feel like that has to do from, if you started at a younger age, it would have got like built in you to do that, as opposed to you starting in college or after college or when you started your adulthood. Yeah. Like, it's like, I feel like everything starts when you're younger. Whether it's like, okay, so like right now, I know Arabic and English because, you know, I live in a house where Arabic was pretty much taught 24/7. But like in terms of other languages, I mean, I could learn another language now, but it's going to be so much harder to learn another language. But when you're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old and you're learning another language, you're going to learn it easier and better because you're at a young age. So it's like, it still goes hand in hand with other stuff. For you to be self-motivated and you doing stuff at a younger age, you're going to be self-motivated for the rest of your life because it got built in you at a younger age.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think all that ties into everything. I mean, whether it's reading books. I mean, I didn't read books at a younger age. So right now I don't read books. I mean, I'm not a reader. I read articles a lot. I read a lot of articles, but when it comes to books, I couldn't tell you the last time I read more than 40 pages in a book. And I want to read. I mean, I want to read, but like mentally, I feel like it's not built in me. I mean, obviously I'm probably making an excuse now because I could read 15 minutes a day and end up finishing the book.
Right.
But I still feel like it's those little things that kind of help us in our adulthood, that if we start at a younger age, definitely. And like you said, a lot of time was wasted. And still is wasted.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just a part of us growing up. I get what you're saying, though. I definitely have wasted a lot of time. I definitely haven't. And I've taken advantage of my time. Mine would definitely be the financial literacy and investing. You know what I'm saying? Like how I was brought up, it was to save every dollar, all that stuff. Nothing wrong with that, but there's also something is wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, dealing with investing in the stocks, flipping houses, or just real estate. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I wish I got into. As I'm getting older, I'm going to divvy into that, but that's one thing I definitely wish I knew. Because, you know, like when we're younger, always worried about is like, man, I can't wait till I'm 18. Man, I can't wait till I'm 21. Man, I can't wait till I got my own shit. And then now that I got it, it's like, damn, I missed the little things as far as cleaning up after myself. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely spoiled. Like, I don't really be clean. I'm not the cleanest motherfucker. I ain't the dirtiest. I ain't the cleanest. So I wish I had to do chores. I ain't really ever have to do chores. That's one thing I wish I had to do. So, okay.
But like those little things is what teach you those little things later on in life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think we're so caught up on being so like, we're getting old now, but like when you think about it, we're in our 20s still. Like we have a few years until we're a few years till we're 30. So it's not late to start. Like for me, my time management and self-motivation, that can still come. Like Mehdi said, I bought books to read. I haven't finished them yet, but like I'm always thinking, I think my problem is I think of what I want to do, but I don't do it. You know, I just need to find that push and within myself to actually like do it. Like find 15 to 30 minutes in the morning before I start work to read while I drink my like tea or coffee. So it's never too late to start. And that and investing, Dom, that you mentioned, people are just now getting into it too.
Like
so I mean that's why people are, you know, quitting their jobs. They're finding these different ways like real estate and investment banking. And they're like, why do I need to work a 9 to 5 when I'm making more money not doing shit, you know, in investing? So there's still time, a lot of time.
This
is not too late.
One of my boys told me, and I like, obviously you take this somewhat with a grain of salt, but basically look at it like this: your 20s is like your freshman year, your 30s is like your sophomore year, and 40s is like your junior, and your 50s is like when you just ball out. It's your senior year. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good way of looking at it. Like when you're in your 20s, obviously have fun. It's all trial and error. But also have somewhat a sense of a direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely an approach I'm taking as I get in my later 20s going into my 30s, just to have a somewhat of a sense of a direction and figuring out what I personally like. Another thing, last thing, I wish I knew the importance of knowing yourself and finding your purpose. That's one thing. That's probably my number one thing. I ain't ever really thought about that until like 3-4 years ago. But like going into my adulthood, like, you know, after I graduated, I wish I picked up on that, because I think that's an important thing.
About finding your purpose. What if, I mean, doesn't it take time to find, you know, your purpose and what you're meant to do? And
but you also got to get in these different crowds and not staying within your circle, you know, challenging yourself. That's a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's all that stuff. I mean, like, yeah, you gotta challenge yourself. I mean, your circle is a big part. I mean, if your circle is, you know, grinding every day, you know, career oriented and, you know, money driven. I mean, obviously it's not all about money. I know, it's like for the viewers, it's not all about money, but like, it depends on what path you want to go towards. I mean, there's a circle of friends that are like, you know, grinding 12 hours a day, even weekends they're working. But then you got the circle of friends, like it'll be a Tuesday night, Thursday night, they're out and about, but you want to grind it out. So like sometimes you just gotta step away from that circle of friends, you know, maybe get with them every once in a while, but you can't speak to them every other day, because that's gonna affect you and your goals. So that's another thing too. I mean, you gotta drop people. I mean, at the end of the day, it's you and only you. You gotta look out for yourself.
Exactly. And I'll close out this topic by a quote that I saw someone repost today, which goes well with what Dom was just saying. This quote is by Mark Twain, and it says, "The two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why." And that all leads back to knowing what your purpose is in life.
That question is so complicated, because like, how do you know your why? Like, how does that even work? How do you know your why? When do you know your why? What tells you this is your why?
This almost feels like, well, how do you know in love when you're in love? Oh, when you know, like
No,
maybe just cut.
but I
It's
feel like
like,
you
no,
don't know.
go
You
for
know your why.
So,
it.
Eddie, so do you think so you don't believe in that theory of figuring out maybe something happening and you knowing your why?
I mean, yes, I do have that, and it has happened to me before. I am a firm believer in the phrase of everything happens for a reason. If
Mhm.
it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. I mean, my prime example, the most recent example for me was pretty much I've been trying to do this PMP exam for 3 years, and then it took COVID for me to get COVID. And the last month, pretty much 2 months before the exam was due, I got COVID and pretty much was like, okay, that's it. This is the time. I'm home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's it. I got to study. I studied hard, took the exam, passed it. And I always tell myself, if it wasn't for COVID, I wouldn't have passed the exam. And I got the COVID pretty much a month and a half before the exam was due. So it was like perfect timing. And, nothing like that happened like 3 years before that. So like, yeah, that kind of stuff, definitely. But when it comes to like know your why, I mean, that's a whole nother ballgame.
Oh yeah.
Like I still don't know my why, to be honest.
And that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's still early, and who knows? I could know it in a month. I could know it in a year. I could know when I'm 40. Who knows?
Mhm. Yeah, it's so funny that you said that about COVID, because I don't think if it wasn't for COVID, I don't think I'd be in Florida right now.
See, I
Because
mean,
COVID, because I've been wanting to move to Florida ever since I was in high school, and then ever since I wanted to go down here in college, and then after I graduated, and it was constantly something pushing it back, But once COVID hit and everything became remote, I'm like, I got money saved. My job is fully remote. Like, there's nothing stopping me now, And then I did it. So, like you said, everything happens for a reason. But yeah, the why, maybe we'll figure that
that's some
out.
question. Like now, I want to ask that on like IG or something. Like, when do you know your why? I feel like these answers are gonna be kind of funny. Nobody's gonna know. I feel like
we know.
Who do we know knows their why? Who's gonna be able to answer that question?
I can think of one.
I can think of one person too.
But people will answer it, but those are the people that think they know.
Nah,
like, how do you know you know?
Fuck that. She got it. Got it, goddamn. Not in any sexual way. She just like what she's doing. She's killing it in her. Like she quit her job, all that type of shit. She's like,
yeah.
Man, look, I love the question though. Even though it's a complicated question, I love the question. It makes you think, and those are the type of questions where you got to ask yourself. I mean, there's a bunch of those type of questions.
These are type of conversations will help you, get that step closer or hang around those different.
Absolutely.
That's why you take any chance you get when you see someone that intrigues you. Ask that question, even though you might not see him again. Fuck it. Ask that question because
exactly.
You're gonna drop on your head like bang. All right, so look, we're gonna get in this Audacity segment. We do it every once in a while. So the Audacity segment is basically a segment where we give you a scenario and we decide if this person was right or wrong. So it's like the audacity of this person to ask this question. You know what I'm saying? So here is the situation that I've seen upon my Twitter feed. All right, so it says, hungry photographer deletes all photos and leaves after being denied food at wedding, right? So I'm gonna read this, don't from my reading. All right, so I started around 11 a.m. and was due to finish around 7:30. Around 5 p.m., food is being served, and I was told I cannot stop to eat because I need to be a photographer. In fact, they didn't save me a spot at any table. I'm getting tired, and at this point, kind of regretting doing this for next to nothing. It's also unbelievably hot. The venue is in an old veteran legend, and it's like 110 degrees with no AC, right? So basically, obviously what I just read, and if using your context clues, he said he charged him a little bit less than what he normally would. So basically he got underpaid and they still wouldn't allow him to eat. So he was like, all right, bet. He asked the groomsman or whatever. He was like, "Are you sure you ain't about to give me any food, right?" And they say, "No, I paid you for a certain amount of time to get this task done. Take pictures. That's it. You ain't getting no food, no drink." And all he had was some warm water that he brought. So he deletes all of his pictures and leaves. So who's in the right? Who's in the wrong?
I'm trying to think of the weddings and events I've been to. Like, I don't like nobody at an event I'm at, or like, I don't want to say it like that. I can't see, like, let's say a wedding I went to maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago. I can't see the photographer asking the people, "Oh, can I eat?" And there won't be food for him. But there's a lot of these places where it's by heads. You know, if there's 300 people invited to the wedding, there's 300 plates. Yeah. So there's not a plate for you. So I understand where the groomsman is coming from. But if he's like not getting paid, but you said he got paid.
Yeah. But
so I think
at the end, he was getting paid at the end. He hasn't got paid yet. So when he left, he ain't no money.
Is that a thing?
What?
We would have to ask a photographer on how the process of like the payments work and stuff. But I think it's just coming if like these people are helping. I mean, yeah, you're paying these people to take pictures of your wedding, but I feel like it's just so like common courtesy. Like they've been out there for your day all day. The least you can do is offer them food and, you know, water. Yeah. And the fact that I think what you said, Dom, that he charged them at a discounted price because he knew them. Was that true?
No, I don't know why he charged that low price. Probably because he was just trying to get some experience, I guess. I don't know why he done that.
Okay, yeah. See, that's the thing. I was hearing from different.
Because the dude says he tells me I need to either be a photographer or leave without pay. So at that point, he ain't even get his bread yet.
Well, shit, if you're smart, you'll have more than one photographer at the wedding.
I think his situation where he didn't get paid, he didn't get paid after. Oh, man, I don't know. I feel like your job is to be a photographer, and that's your job. For you to delete all the photos, I think that's really bad.
So the dude said it's either you
I don't care
or leave without pay. So he should have sucked it up in 110.
Well, okay, so if he left without pay, then the groomsman is pretty much telling him you could delete the photos.
That's what he did.
Yeah. Okay, then he's not in the wrong. Then he took that choice. But I mean, if you're professional, you're going to be a photographer.
Should have ate before type shit.
I never see photographers eat. I never see them eat. Never. Till the last minute, they're on their feet taking videos and photos. They are never sitting down on a table and eating. Yeah. Think about it. Why would they don't have time to do that? They're there to take pictures and videos of the wedding. That's their job. Like they might go to the corner and eat something, but like I said, if there's a wedding, 300 heads, there's 300 plates.
That's what I was gonna say, to play devil's advocate. The groom and the bride, they pay for food per person. So, you know, that's something that would be written up in the contract before they hire them to take the pictures. Like, hey, we're gonna feed you, food's included, blah, 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 you know? Or like, we have a certain amount of dishes for X amount of people. So I feel like because there has to be some type of contract where the photographer and the bride and groom talk about pricing and what's included. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I feel like that's like thinking about that situation is kind of embarrassing, like on both ends for the photographer to be like, hey, I'm hungry, can I eat? And the guy's just like, no, like do your job. That's like, I don't know.
It's tough scenario. But at the end of the day, your job is to be a photographer. Your job is not to sit down and eat as if it's a lunch hour.
Yeah. But again, if it's buffet style and there's food left over, why not have them have a couple bites while everyone's eating? But
Mersina though, he is there to take videos and photos. And don't forget, there's not just one person. Is he alone? When there's a photography team, you're talking 5, 6, 7 people. I mean, maybe they take turns to eat, cool. And if, like you said, if it's buffet style, but if it's plated, they're not getting a plate.
Right. If it's plated, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Each plate is $70 at these places. Like each person, you're paying $70. I know for a fact, unless it's built into the price of the discount for the photographer, then sure. But they don't got time to eat.
This way, that motherfucker. I think the groomsmen or whatever the hell you know, I'm like slow when it comes to all that married shit.
The groom?
Yeah. So I think they're in the wrong because they had a decision to make and they chose the wrong answer personally. This is how I look at it. If you have a wedding, you're only gonna have one wedding your whole life. So the photographer says, "Hey, I want some food." Okay, cool. You say no. But the moment they tell you, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna delete all this shit or you gonna feed me," I think he made the wrong decision because now everybody gonna be like, "Yo, who took pictures on the iPhone?" Now you on Facebook, everybody's sending pictures, fucking sending group chat. That's just garbage. Like, what's in my head? If you ain't got a memory, that shit ain't happen. So I don't know. Obviously, it can't be a wrong answer because it's their choice, but I think that was a dumb choice in my opinion.
Dumb choice by the groomsmen?
Yes. You ain't about to have pictures at all. You pay all this money.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell the photographer like
something. Get my man a little drumstick or something. Like nothing.
But Dom, there isn't.
Nothing.
If this place is it's already plated and stuff like that, there is no food for you.
Everybody ain't eating, yo. Fuck that.
I mean, you're right, and people cancel. People cancel all the time. Look, the groomsman is obviously a dickhead.
Yeah.
Obviously a dickhead, but I think there's more to the story.
Yeah, this is the L.
There's definitely more to the story than we're seeing.
Contract, all that stuff.
This is what we're working with. You know, we don't know if he was the only photographer. If he was the only photographer, I'd be like, look, I can scrape up some leftovers, but everything was plated. But if there was like 4 photographers and he's the only one who asked to eat, and they said no and he left, all right, I got 3 more who brought their own food. You know what I mean? Like, well, Mehdi did say it's a job, and if it wasn't in the contract, what do you do when you go to work? You bring your food from home, right? And you find a couple of minutes to eat on your own. So, but yeah, I guess it's just a nice thing to do. You know, these people are working for you. They're taking pictures. Like Dom said, these will last a lifetime. You're probably going to frame them on your wall. So you want to be nice to the photographer.
Be my baby.
I mean, look, if I was the groomsman, I'm giving my man a plate. Yeah. I understand that. That's me. But
I got
you. For that guy, I mean, he's probably a dickhead. He's probably lit. And this is the groomsman.
The groom.
This is not the groom.
Oh, yeah, that's the groom. My fault.
Oh, wait, what?
I've been saying groomsman this whole time.
You've been saying groomsman. Groomsman. I'm like, this guy's the best man. He's probably lit at his best friend's wedding.
Was it the groom or the groomsman?
I told you I'm a little slow with it.
Okay, it was the groom. Okay.
I told the groom I need to take off for
the groom.
To get something to eat and drink. Yeah.
Wait, take off?
That's what he said. I told the groom I need to take off for 20 minutes to get something to eat and drink.
That changes things, Dom. You got it.
Dom, you just read it completely wrong. Give us the wrong scenario.
I didn't know if y'all wanted me to read the whole thing, but yeah, I missed out on some shit.
So pretty much you were saying, sir, I'm gonna go get Chick-fil-A. I'll be back. Hell no, your ass staying in here.
I fucked it all.
Taking photos and videos. You ain't leaving.
You wild.
You ain't leaving.
Oh, dumb.
Or they could have deducted the pay or something.
They could have. At that point, if he said he wanted to leave, you should have offered food at the venue.
I need them pictures. At the end of the day, like
you need the pictures. But
so
why
Dom wants his pictures. He would have stayed. Mehdi would have left. Is that what you're saying?
No, I wouldn't have left.
Oh, okay.
I would have. I don't know. It's not his first rodeo. He should have known that you typically don't eat at these events.
The charges.
You might bring a snack.
That ain't nothing. Run that shit out.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's
all right. So it's fucking great. Oh, I just got hyped.
We should have asked a photographer to come in here and be like, "What? How you feeling about this?"
Hey, we could ask. Bring Carlo in here. Carlo in here. Let's ask him.
But look, so tonight is a great night. It's fucking NBA opening night. We got the motherfucking Bucks versus the Nets. Who you got, Mehdi? Who you got?
Did he say NBA?
First game of the year. I'm gonna go with it's the Bucks So
First the Kyrie.
First game after the championship, no Kyrie, but that's not a problem. I am going with the Nets. First game.
$20.
$20. Hey,
$20.
$20.
$20 deal. Bang.
$20.
Virtual shake.
Straight,
For
like,
shits and giggles.
bucks. Come on now. Bucks, boy.
Hey, but I'll give you, hey, your man LeBron, I saw his fit coming in. Mad respect, you know, double-breasted suit, rocking some Balenciagas. I don't know about
black.
the Balenciagas, but it was fresh. It was fresh. I don't know. It's always weird that they always got the beef bag coming in.
What's in that bag?
But I feel like it's a marketing thing. They always, I feel like they're always promoting beef. The Dre by Beef. But it's like a little like gift bag, a little gift shopping bag he's walking with. Like, why is he carrying it? Where's his like, you know, little purse, man purse or something like that? Why he got a Dre by Beef?
Oh, it's Dre by Beef.
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
Okay, it's gonna be right there too. Crazy.
Let's see.
Who you got in that game before you wrap it up?
Oh, I got the Lakers for sure.
I ain't betting on that one. They lost every game in the preseason. LeBron played half the games. The chemistry ain't there. The Warriors, Steph got some.
Warriors, they got like 4 guys out.
Oh.
Or like their minutes are restricted.
Oh, Lakers, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So if you haven't followed us on all social media platforms, make sure you do it on YouTube, Twitter, IG, all that good stuff is in our IG link. So our IG, what is it, name or whatever, is Talk to Me Podcast. And the O in podcast is a 0. All right. Thank you for watching. Talk to
me.